Hello and welcome to the Snowcast with Lizzie Crickenden
And Abby Lee.
and coming up in the programme this week. Tickets for the ski train go on sale next Tuesday, locals triumph at the British Snow Tour, and was there love in the air at last week's Snowsports speed dating?
Tickets for this season's Eurostar ski train go on sale next Tuesday. The high-speed train runs twice weekly through the season from London St Pancras direct to the French Alps, giving access to some of Europe's top ski resorts. Ski Club members should check the skiclub.co.uk homepage to get a great discount on the fares. There are a limited numbers though, so get in there quickly. Also, tickets for Rail Europe's snow train go on sale on Friday the 11th of July. For a taste of what it's like to travel to the Alps on the train, log on to skitv.co.uk to see Juliet's ski train video diary.
70 skiers and snowboarders braved the rain in Halifax at the weekend for the first leg of the British Snow Tour. The podium spots in the Big Air and Rail Jam competitions were mostly claimed by local riders, although Sheffield-based ski club sponsored riders Rob and James Machin also picked up second and third places. For a full list of the results, go to the British Snow Tour website. This coming weekend, the tour heads to Chatham in Kent for the ski and snowboard slopestyle competitions.
Burton Snowboards and the Remarkables Resort will celebrate the opening of the Stash this month in New Zealand. The freestyle run will feature all natural obstacles such as wall rides, log jibs, cliff drops that are all made from rocks, wood and trees rather than metal or plastics. This will be the third Stash to open after others at North Star in the US and Avoriaz in France. For more info, go to thestash.com.
I just think it's really exciting to have the Stash at the Remarkables. I think it's brilliant for the resort. I skied there a few years ago and it's just going to be fantastic there, I think.
Well, especially as the season really kicking off now, they've had loads of snow in the last week. I think It's definitely time for it.
Definitely. And nicely, moving on to the snow now. Going to move on to Southern Hemisphere later. Lizzie will tell you all about New Zealand. But first of all, let's start in Europe and in Austria. Unfortunately, it's a bit like the UK at the moment, a bit cloudy and wet. So the pistes are a bit heavy and it's not looking as good as it has done previously. But the good news is that Kaprun had a slight light dusting of new snow, so that has freshened things up a bit at Kaprun. Hintertux remains the largest ski area in Austria at the moment. They've got 15 kilometres open, but as I did mention, the pistes are rather wet and heavy. And moving to France, well, what a contrast. It's beautiful and it's sunny weather at the moment, a lovely weekend, but the clouds may move in and there could be some more snow on the way as well. At the moment in Espaskili, in Tignes and Val d'Isère, there's some lovely skiing in both resorts up on their glaciers. Wonderful weather today. And in Les Deux Alpes, it really has improved a lot there. The weather has much improved, so it's looking a lot better, but as I did mention, the clouds might be forming over the weekend. And in Switzerland, there's excellent riding at Saas-Fee. Make sure you get up early for it though, because it's definitely better earlier first thing in the morning. The park's open, they've got the half pipe open and rails and kickers, but the quarter pipe and the ski across are closed. And in Zermatt, improved weather again since the beginning of the week, but the clouds will be back in force by the weekend. And in Italy, Cervinia is now open, and so is Valsenales. They've got some good cover, good snow cover there. Do get out early, and again, the clouds will be moving in by the weekend. The Bresena Glacier in Italy is now closed, so no more skiing there. They had a lack of snow on the glacier, which is the reason why it's now closed. And moving across to North America, in Blackcomb Glacier in Canada, the piste steps have dropped now, but it's still a beautiful sunny weekend there, so you can still have some nice skiing. And in Timberline, it's excellent. The park's open, but the half pipe is closed, and the weather for the weekend looks perfect, which is great news because they've got the Rail Rendezvous event in Timberline. So if you're in Timberline, make sure you go and have a look at that.
Well, moving from sunny America down to very snowy Australia, thank goodness at last it really is snowing there, and things are definitely improving across all of the open resorts. Perisher Blue has had some great news this week. You can now ski on all of the areas following the opening of Mount Perisher today, Thursday, so that's really good there. Thredbo and Mount Buller have also expanded their open areas. Mount Buller now has 12 lifts open, so things are definitely looking up. And if you're at Selwyn Snowfields, Thursday is the best day of the season so far, and with more snow on the way over the weekend, it's just going to get better, so definitely things are hotting up in Australia. New Zealand, the resorts have also had some snow. Nothing much has changed. It's just packed down due to the works of the groomers. However, a lot of the South Island resorts have got over a metre on their upper base, so it's really looking much better there. On both the North Island and South Island this weekend, the clouds are going to start gathering and some wet weather is forecast. It looks like it will snow on the peaks, but unfortunately it might rain lower down. And over in Chile, nothing really is changing there at the moment. They've had a light dusting of snow, but nothing much. If you're in the Three Valleys, La Pava's got the greatest piste depth, so that's one to head for. And Portillo, definitely good skiing on the piste. Off-piste is a bit on hit and miss, so definitely stick to the piste there. But it should be a bit more improved by the beginning of next week because snow is on the way there. And Argentina, well, Caracatedral and Chapelco have had a great week for snow. 55 centimetres on Tuesday fell at Caracatedral. So things are looking on the up, but not as great as you would expect. Unfortunately, mild temperatures have meant it is quite heavy on piste. However, at Chapelco, definitely good now, because you can ski from top to bottom, which wasn't possible earlier in the season. And good skiing can be found on the upper piste, which have a packed base, but with a fresh dusting of snow.
Sounds good there.
It's getting better.
Good. And now coming up on Ski TV this week, there's an inspiring short film documenting professional skier Fredrik Eriksson's attempt to ski the world's 7th highest peak.
And finally, natives.co.uk and the Ski Club played host to some snowsports speed dating last week. The skiers and boarders looking for love had 3 minutes to get to know each other before making their verdict.
I've never been speed dating before, and I have to say, it's a bit quick fire. You've got to be quick on the board, you've got to get your questions out, but you get to know a lot of brilliant and interesting people, and attractive ones. Don't tell anyone. But she got a tick, let's say that.
I did it like 5 years ago, so it was a long time ago. But this is better because you can speak to people, you've actually got something to talk to them about. And you get to meet lovely people like John, who doesn't move after 3 minutes and still here half an hour later, actually.
I personally think that both skiers and snowboarders would make an interesting date choice. I don't think it's about your choice of winter sport, I think it's about your choice of character and then what you do in the bar afterwards.
Well, that's it for the programme this week. Remember that it's the Ski Club annual Big Summer Party this weekend, so if you're lucky enough to have a ticket, then we'll see you there. If not, you'll be able to see all the action from the party on next week's show. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.